This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports.
Hi, everybody. Captain Jack here. Salute to everybody here that's watching. We are doing the show on my channel. We are on my channel on YouTube. We're on all my channels. We are also on Roku TV. So you are watching this live on Roku TV. Apologies out the gate. I've had some hard news that hit me right before the show, so I'm going to try to go through the show, but I'm going to need your help on that, and I'm going to need to have your input because I'm not as talkative tonight, and I know that is I know that that's not normally me. I'm normally a very it wasn't a death. It wasn't a death, but it might as well could have been. And I'm trying not to bring personal issues into the show because again, I am here to do positivity amongst everybody here. And we're gonna do a show tonight, but I'm gonna need your assistance because again, I'm I I'm if I stutter a lot, it's because I'm upset. And I do that when I'm upset. I stutter. Or when I get excited and I don't know what my next words are going to be, I stutter. Never really noticed it before. And, you know, I don't know, maybe you all have noticed I stutter. But it's Thursday. We are on Roku, and again, I don't like to bring bad vibes into the show. I will say that I will make sure that I try to get the things done that I need to get done here. I got lots to do. I mean, I'm still got to do my taxes, and like a bunch of other people need to do their taxes, and I got things I got to do for a lawyer, and lots of things, and not a lot of time. And this is supposed to be a positive thing. It's supposed to be a positive thing. And unfortunately, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. So I'm going to I ask you to come into the show. I would prefer with the link. There's the link there because I prefer when I get a chance to talk to somebody face to face. I don't want to talk about what's bothering me. I want to talk sports. I want to talk what's going on in life. I mean, got things to talk about. We got the draft. We have the stuff that we were talking about with Derek Carr and getting the roster set and I'm 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 gonna bring in one of my co-hosts here. I'm gonna bring in OG Daniel real quick because it's always good to talk with a shipmate.
Hey, brother. Um, I love you, right?
Yeah,
Okay. I don't know what the headspace is about because I haven't talked to you today. But here's the thing, man. Maybe we ought to compartmentalize a little bit and focus. Otherwise, you know how to do this. You know the routine, brother.
yeah, and
Compartmentalize and focus on the mission.
that's what I'm trying to do. I said that's why I'm going to need your help here tonight because what is it saying? I'm playing injured tonight, playing hurt.
I got you. I got
And
you.
I want to, but I got 2 hours to spend and because for Roku, and I don't want to have a bad audience here on Roku. I need you to help me out. And we're talking sport. You know what? We can talk sports. We can talk, you know, it is a sports show, but you know what? There's a lot of things going on in the world, and I don't like to bring politics into the world, but uh, the issues that are going on in Russia and the Ukraine are things that affect us all. I mean, but there are
Right. But
things.
we're here to get away from all that. We get bombarded with that stuff all day. Okay.
I,
We all know what's going on. We need to get away from that. This is our time to be like mental vacation. And by the way, a young man named Eric, SC Experience, you know him. He did a live and then he plugged you and brought some people over from his show. And I see a lot of them in the chat. So thank you, Eric. Baby Mark. Just kidding. Anyway, but listen, we got stuff going on like crazy in Raider Nation. We got stuff going on in all the sports world. We got stuff going on in our personal lives. We got all this stuff. At some point, we just got to break away from it. This
yeah,
is why I do what I do, because I need a break from some certain stresses of mine. And then you had to bring up freaking taxes.
well, I will be doing those this weekend, come hell or high water, and there's God, I'm effing stuttering like a like wow. I I do this when I'm not there. But I will be doing taxes this weekend, and I will be trying to get my head straight and but getting ready for the season. I got to start doing that as well. I'm looking forward to going out to the draft, and I look forward to Raider events this year, and
Right, but taxes and baseball are like birth control, bro. You can't. But no, I gotta do updates to my printer because I only use it once a year to print out all the tax stuff I gotta do because I itemize all this stuff.
yeah,
So I gotta do all that tomorrow. I got an hour of calls and I'm gonna print, and we're printing all weekend and setting our appointment. And I'm probably gonna have to shell out $600 to get my taxes done because I don't do them myself because H&R Block gets me so much more money.
yeah. I got a group of ladies. They're Latin gals that have done my taxes for years, and they always get me money.
Yeah,
And
my
I
guy he
do that.
gets me money. And dude, plus I'm battling the VA right now over a settlement because I filed a claim with them for what they did to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you about that, didn't I?
No,
In
no.
2017 is when they diagnosed my cancer. They didn't do anything. 2018, the doctor went on vacation. 2019, he downplayed my situation. And in 2020, he finally sent me after my levels were so high that it became dangerous. And I went through a lot of stuff because of that. That should have been treated back in 2017. So I filed a claim, and they're giving me the stall and run around and all this. And I've got an advocate who's fighting for me. Dude, the VA put me through some bad, horrible nightmares that I don't even like talking about because I don't even want to relive it.
Yeah, no. Let's go to positive things.
Right. I
In fact,
want to. I
let's
want to take care of my dreams now. Give me a boat.
actually. I like this question from Gabe Ramirez, and thanks for popping in. I'm going to and Bishop is. I'll put that comment up because it needs to be seen. Um, hopefully it'll get over there.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I'm going to think about that one. I want trying to compose myself. What do you think about that one? And what, dead or alive?
Okay. I y'all already know who my favorite Raider is, and I met him. I would love to sit down and have dinner with Al Davis and pick his brain. I would want it would be Al Davis.
That's my answer as well. So we're going to go except for Al Davis.
Uh,
So I except for Al Davis and except for John Madden, because his death is pretty
Yeah, but
recent.
it'd be fun to have dinner with. You gotta admit.
Right. I think that, I mean, what I would do is would be having dinner with Al and John together.
Oh,
But other than those two guys, because those are the really obvious answers, who would it be for you?
John Matuzak. I would want to have dinner and quite a few drinks with John Matuzak.
Okay.
I bet that'd be entertaining also. Especially if Purple Man came along.
Yeah. That's a damn good question. I actually I'm going to look more towards the lines of a Raider that's no longer with us, because we can always still possibly get in a dinner with, like, because Gabe said mine would be Tom Flores, the Bishop says Bo Jackson.
Bo
Um,
Jackson's not, but
yeah, no.
dead
We're
or alive. Okay.
alive, dead or alive. Um,
Wonder who
wow.
Jack Cannon would want to be with.
Well, Jack Kenna,
I'm kidding. We know he's the biggest Jim Otto fan in the world.
right. Uh, I'm trying, Vicky. I'm trying, Vicky. Uh, other than Al and John, I would say Kenny Stabler, because of the history that he had with his escapades.
And the
I
table would be surrounded by chicks. I get it.
Yeah, and the other thing is that I know his daughters, or I know Kendra really well. I know Kim Ross Bush really well. So it would be nice to talk about his escapades, and I would always want to talk to him about the issue that we've discussed here with Paul Zimmerman, the SI rider that kept a lot of Raiders, especially Kenny, out of the Hall of Fame for so long because of personal issues. And again, I'm not saying that this is. I don't want to be charged with. Well, I think Paul Zimmerman's dead, but I don't want to be charged with slander or libel. But I was told it was because there was issues with Paul Zimmerman and Kenny about allegedly doing things.
With Paul Zimmerman's wife.
Yeah,
Would
yeah,
you put it past Kenny?
yeah, yeah. And Sinister, I'm sorry, I will. I saw Sinister Rain in there. We'll get Sinister Rain on. We'll get Raider mode on. I understand if you guys got to pop out for a little bit. And again, I appreciate you coming in and talking to me, because I definitely need some friends right now, and I got you in here in the chat. So
Nice
I
word, bro.
yeah. Um,
That's a
but
great hat.
this one.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to start. With all the hats that I have over there. I'm gonna try to start getting them out one by one, because, like I said, there's 300 hats over there.
God.
Just Raider hats.
If you find any you don't like, send it to me. You know what? By the way, I was watching Raiders Fan Radio last night and watching Google Voice devour your soul.
Did they play my because
Yeah,
I called in last week.
yeah, and Google Voice devoured you after you went to the 3 minute limit. Then they played the one when you came back too, and it counts as one call. They said,
Uh,
"Dude, you got to watch it. It's funny." Mosh and Murph were dying.
yeah, okay. Well, in my estimation, that's 2 calls, because I had to call back.
Yeah, well, to their rules, it's one, but
Yeah.
it's their game. But you got one in. You got 2 more to be a made man.
Well, I didn't get a chance to listen, so I'm happy that I actually made it at least once.
Yeah, no, I'm a made man and a 2-time Sizzler award on there, and it's like But I call in and talk. I haven't called for a while, and then I called a couple weeks ago and told Murph, hey, next time you come on our show, we have a guest. We'll give you a safe word. Blink twice, Murph, if you want the bouncer to escort you out. Murph was cracking up because of Phil's tearing into him.
Yeah. Captain heard your two calls. So again, I don't get a chance to watch their stuff a lot, but I did it. Well, actually, I did that call last week
Mhm.
while the show was on. And the other thing is I was doing the show on my phone in the car, which is not the best thing to do, because then the chat went out and I couldn't get back to the chat. I would have had to have pulled over on the side to figure out how to get back into the chat. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that.
No, you were near the end of the show, but they have a sound effect when Google takes your soul, basically.
I'll have to. Is it still on their YouTube or whatnot?
Yeah, it's on last night.
Okay, well then I'll have to check it out later
Yeah,
on.
go towards the end when they're doing the calls, and it was hilarious. It was great. I mean, you had me die. I was like, I looked at Lisa and I said, he's going to go over that 3-minute mark, and boom, Google had you. I was like, oh my god! I said, and then you called back, and they played that one too. And when Mosh was counting, I was like, what would have been really funny on that if Google got him twice.
No, I actually knew. I said, oh, there's a time limit. Well, screw this. This counts as two calls. I had to call, no, of course, and I said that without knowing what their rules were. But as far as I was concerned, that's two calls. But yeah, I that's funny. I'll have to check it out. But what now? I got mine with Kenny. Other than I said Al and John Madden. Did you? You said Matusak. I
I would
apologize.
like to. I wouldn't mind hanging out with Matusak.
Yeah, yeah,
I think that'd been fun.
yeah. Because I always would like to see, this. And I can't remember if it was in the book that. Yeah, I think it's the Al Davis book that Bruce Kebrick did and John Kingdon did, where John actually met Matusak when he was early on in the career, and Matusak just just was being Matusak, and it just didn't affect John. But then at the next day of practice, after consuming what would probably be like a gallon of you know hard liquor, and Matusak's back, at practice the next day like nothing had gone on. That's a unique portion in that book. So, and by the way, folks, as well, and I'm going to have them hopefully come on pretty soon, sometime as well, when I get some folks on. If you haven't bought it already, Al Davis. Wait, let's see. We got Al Davis, Behind the Raiders Shield, Bruce Kebrick, and John Kingdon. Look for this book. It's a great book, and I would definitely get it as well. And since we're promoting things, I got to promote this for my brother as well. Make sure you pick up The Walk by Wayne Mabry. The Walk. Go see The Walk. Get this on your stores. The Walk, Wayne Mabry, as well as Al Davis, Behind the Raiders Shield. Make sure you get that as well.
And then you also want to do this one. These are stories told by Oakland Raiders sideline. These are stories that were told by Tom Flores. And bookmarks in there. I like to read through a story at a time, and there's some great ones in there. I've also got Wayne's book. I was going to read it. I haven't done it yet. I'm trying to get my taxes done. If I can get everything printed by Saturday, then Sunday, I ain't doing nothing but reading that book.
Yeah, I bought a new scanner because the printer that I have, I realized it was not syncing up with my computer, and that's all I use my printer for is the scanning mechanism. So I bought a new scanner. It actually came in on Tuesday, and I haven't hooked it up yet because, as I tell you, and I don't lie on this, is that I go to work, I go home from work, I roll into a show. And then I spend some time after work doing cut ups and things like that. And then I wake up the next morning, do a little bit of me time before I go to work, and I do it again and again and again. Um, Sorry, made me think of something. But yeah, I got to get my scanner hooked up and do my taxes and do that. So again, once I get that done, I'll I'll feel a lot better because at least I get that done. Somebody had oh yeah, I see. So no, there was somebody else. It was like, who do I think? Oh yeah, Todd Wise. I'm going to bring this one up as well. So I'm going to have OG talk about this as well. And remember, if you want to come into the show, I know that we had Sinister Rain and we had Raider Mode. You guys were in. You popped out. I don't take offense to that. Try to pop back in because again, I need to talk with my friends tonight, and hopefully Hollywood will be in here. And I know Jared will give me a call pretty soon, and it's I appreciate that. What current Raider do you think has best chance of becoming the next great current Raider? Current Raider
Has the best chance of becoming the next Raider great. With the current coaching staff we have, it may be all of them, but best chance, I'm going to say Max Crosby.
I can see that, especially if the new coordinator on the defensive side lives up to the expectations of bringing in and putting the defense in a situation where they are at their best. And, it's, that if they can do that, yeah, Raider Castro, I'll put that up in a little bit as well. I did see that. Hey, thank you there on T6 Soldier. Appreciate that. Ashton. Yeah, OG. Yeah, OG's channel is what it says. It's Chronicles of the Black Hole.
Yep, Chronicles of the Black Hole.
Yeah, Chronicles of the Black Hole. And I thank ONT6. Did I put it up yet? Yeah, I think ONT. Thank you, ONT6 again. Yeah, I'm kind of blue right now, but I'm doing a show because that's what I do. I think that go back to the question. Current Raider, I think that would have a. I'm going to throw Derek Carr out of the equation because he already has the Raider records. Crosby is a good bet. Wow, the next Raider now, not necessarily Hall of Fame great, but the next Raider great. I'd like to say Miller on the offensive line, the left tackle, being a standout because he and it's somebody that doesn't get a lot of praise.
No,
but it's somebody that has been a fixture on that offense.
Colton Miller needs to go to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
he deserves it.
I believe so as well. And OG, there's a baseball question. And again, if you want to come into the show, please, I'll put the link up again. Apologizing if I'm stuttering a lot. When I get upset, I stutter. Or when I get excited, I stutter. So I haven't been stuttering a lot for excitement recently. I've been stuttering because I get upset. MLB announced. What are your thoughts on that as far as them playing hardball? And again, please come into the show, talk with OG and I'll be giving OG a call after the show so I can get him up to speed as to what's going on.
I was going to ask you that. What do I think about this MLB announcement? I used to go to Dodgers games at Chavez Ravine when I lived in LA. Going to a game is fun. Baseball on TV is a cure for insomnia. Not a baseballer, man. Not anymore. I used to be a long time ago, but I'm just not into baseball. I don't care about MLB's announcement. I'm not going to miss anything.
That's a good one from Ashton.
That's a good one. Yeah, Renfro. Yeah.
Yeah, considering that he came within one catch of tying the record.
Yep, and he's going to keep playing like that. He's clutch. He is the most clutch player on this team. He's going to be here till he dies, or till he retires. and he'll have those numbers. He'll have those kind of numbers where he will. I think him and Max Crosby, Derek Carr, if Derek Carr can pull up a couple of Super Bowls in the next few years, they're going to the Hall of Fame. Well, they might not be alive when they get in because you know how the Hall of Fame is, but they'll be Hall of Fame caliber.
Yeah, and I know that I was on this, Jared. I saw that today. Sally Kellerman passed away at the age of 84.
Where do I know that name?
She played
Matt.
she played the original Hot Lips Houlihan on MASH.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
She was the original. Uh-huh.
yeah, and that's what she said. In fact, I even had the name of Sally Kellerman. I actually remember her from the. It wasn't the. I don't know. I don't think it was the pilot. It was like the pilot 2 of Star Trek, and she played Elizabeth Daner. And it was when the one guy they had this thing where they had a bunch of power, and their eyes turned gold, and they had this humongous amount of power.
And
And
they dressed like Romans.
no,
Different one. Okay.
different one. This was like said. This was like old school. Like even the uniforms were slightly. It was like the pilot too, because the original pilot was they made into the menagerie parts
Mhm.
1 and 2.
Right.
But they also had the one where it's where no man has gone before, I believe was the name of the show. And his name was Gary Collins, I think was the head star opposite Sally Kellerman. And yeah, so she was in that episode. So I actually knew her more from that than from Hot Lips Houlihan in the original Star Trek. Robert Altman films, MASH, Brewster McCloud. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So yeah, rest in peace to Sally Kellerman. Let's see who we got here. Do is tell Casper I'm so jealous of Casper as a kid. Me, the OG Raider Jim, auto signed hat and jersey. So jealous. My bucket list is to meet him, pick his brain on Raiders history. If I see Dave Casper, I won't say. I don't want to say anything negative about people, but there are some people that are difficult. And
I think he's talking about. Is he talking about Raider Casper? Or?
no, I think he's talking about Dave Casper himself.
Hmm.
Yeah, or I don't know. I think it's about Dave Casper, but there are things that I will keep to. There are some people that are that have come across as being difficult. Mad Bomber, yeah, Mad Bomber. He's I'd like to get a hold of him as well. And again, we will have more people on. Oh, Raider Casper. Okay, thanks, Jack. No, so
Yeah.
it wasn't Dave. Um, yeah, we will have some more people on. I'm endeavoring to get more interviews. I know OG is.
I'm hitting freaking roadblocks left and right.
Yeah, I've gotten some inroads into hopefully some more. So again, we will have more if I'm able to. Just be sure to keep tuning in.
I'm using social media marketing because
Yeah.
that's one of the things I do, trying to get it connected to some people. And some of these roadblocks are rough, bro.
Jack Tatum's dead there, Jared. Yeah, Jack Tatum's dead.
Yeah, he passed away a few years ago.
Yeah, so that we can't get Jack Tatum on.
That would be rough.
I actually I do know Jack Tatum's nephew, and so when you talk about the house, he brought me a Raider hat, and that's how I became. Oh, okay. So Raider Casper, I got to talk to Jim. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's fine, Jared. Wow, we have we have a very special guest. I got to bring him on because I mean I don't remember the last time we actually had T on the show.
No,
Terrence, thank you.
This is my first time on here. What's up, guys? How you doing?
I'm glad you came in, man. I need to talk to friends tonight. definitely
Everything
need to talk
good?
to. No, but I'm doing a show, so that's why.
Oh,
Whenever you're done,
chat.
make sure make sure that you do a comment so I can make you a moderator as well.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
But
Captain, I was going to tell a joke to try to get you in a better mood, but we're on Roku TV.
Are we on Raku right now or Raku?
Roku, yep.
we're on Roku Live, so we gotta watch our mouths. So tomorrow, tomorrow I'm scheduled to have a show uncensored. I will try. I will try. I will try to do that. I'm not sure if I will be able to. Unfortunately, what's affecting me right now happened right after work and right before I was coming into this show, so that's why it's very hard.
It's
And
still
I didn't want to blow off having a show.
We got your backs, bro.
Yeah. So, but again, I would not. I mean, I'm here because it's my responsibility, and sorry.
That's right. You
It's
got
okay.
guys in here who got their six, bro.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, Terrence, I'm so glad to have you here as well.
Yeah.
And so what we were talking about the other things. We were talking about. In fact, let's talk to Terrence about that. Which Raider nowadays on the current team do you see being the next Raider great? And God, sorry, stuttering, upset.
Living or dead, which Raider would you like to have dinner with?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, or that one as well. That one as well. Yeah, and Sinister Rain, you can come back. You can come back on and Raider mode after T. But which one presently do you see is the next Raider great T? Oh, I didn't do anything.
You got
I didn't.
nervous. Somebody pushed the wrong button. It
No.
wasn't you. It might have been Terrence.
It wasn't me. Terrence, come back on. Come back on. Hopefully he comes back on. Hollywood, I'll call you after the show as well. Hopefully we'll get Terrence back on. We got Raider mode. Oh, there he is. There he is. Wait, I see him pop, but not quite there. Is that okay? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. What was?
Sorry about that, guys. My Wi-Fi is pissing me off.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I just want to say I swear I did not hit. I did not get rid of Terrence. So, what Raider great presently do you think has the best opportunity to be a Raider great? Not necessarily a Hall of Fame great, but the next Raider great of renown within the nation.
I think we have a couple. I think Max is one, just because he's got the bigger upside. And Miller, I think, is another one that has that capability to being that next Raider. You know what I mean? That those guys have that face to be. I would say Carr, but Carr's been in the league for 8 years. He's already got records. All he needs is a Super Bowl win, and he'll be up there with the great. So, I mean, until then, I mean, he's got the records. So, but future starter, I'll even say Max has the potential to be the future Hall of Famer
if he keeps on this present track. Yeah. And actually I said Colton Miller too. So you got both of our choices.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So you were thinking along lines. So you got to come up with another one.
Oh, my other one. Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say Coons.
Coons?
I think Kuntz I just have this feeling about Kuntz that we're gonna see something very special about Kuntz.
Okay.
I mean, Renfro is definitely up there.
Yeah, and people were saying Renfro as well.
Because I see Renfro. When I think of Renfro, I think of Tim Brown in his younger years into the slot. You know what I mean? Where Tim Brown made those slot routes that made him look like he's the greatest. And I mean, obviously, to me, Tim Brown is one of the greatest.
Okay,
Right.
so what Raider, living or dead, would you like to have dinner with?
Shit.
Try to keep the
Watch your language.
Hey, yep, yeah. Hey, Docs, thanks for being here, Docs. Thanks for being here, sir. I need all my family in here to help me through this tonight. Yeah, I think Renfro as well. Yeah, and Buddha, we said that Al Davis and John.
That was my first choice.
Yeah, I mean, John Madden and Al Davis were off the table because I think we all would want to talk with them, and we got
Have
that
dinner with them. Yeah.
Yeah, and T, like I said, make sure that you pop in as well on the comments so I can make you a moderator. In fact, let's see here. I can do that to
That was
Docs.
He
Yeah,
was in there earlier.
yeah.
Terrence, hit me on that one.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to bring in Sinister Rain. We're going to have, because normally I don't like to have a 4-screen, but if we're going to have a 4-screen, we'll do it with him on here. I don't want to lose him again.
How you gentlemen doing tonight?
Doing good. How about you, Sinister?
I'm doing good, man. Just getting home after running a bunch of errands today.
You hear that air conditioner running?
Oh yeah, that's mine.
No, mine. It evaporated my drink.
Salute Pyro,
Right back.
Salute Chat,
Salute Chat.
Casper.
Yeah, I'm just getting home running errands. I seen an awesome jersey today. Made me think of you guys.
I appreciate that.
Now, I want to answer OG's question. He said, who would I love to have dinner with, present or pass?
Yeah, and Al Davis and John Madden are not on the table.
Oh, that's not fair, guys. Come on.
Yeah, no, because everybody would say Al Davis and John Madden.
I got a player I'd like to have dinner
That's
with.
true.
Okay,
I'd love to go have a beer with Lyle Alzado. I'd like to go have a beer with him. And I'd like to go pick Kenny Stabler.
Okay, so Sinister says Lyle Alzado, and what was that?
Kenny Stabler. I'd like to pick his brain.
See, that Kenny was mine after we put Al and John out of the equation. I wanted to talk to Kenny Stabler.
Because I would sit and say what you guys would say, Al and John, but that's kind of obvious. Every Raider fan would want to talk to them.
Right. What about you, T?
Willie Brown.
Ooh, good.
Ooh,
and Howie Long. Because it's past and present, right? We're talking about live or dead. Right?
Living or dead.
And Howie Long.
Live or dead, yes, for sure.
Yeah, so Howie Long is definitely up there for me because to me, I wore 75 so many times just because of Howie Long. I played defensive line because of Howie Long. So to me, it's Howie Long.
Yeah, but then again, I would also love.
Huh?
I picked someone who was gone. Who was John Matuzak. But if it was somebody who was alive, I would love to sit down and have dinner with Lester Hayes.
Oh yeah,
Lester's entertaining. That's for sure.
What about Jerry Rice?
Nah.
Not really. I mean, I could pick a bunch of Raiders.
Why not?
I mean, I could pick a bunch of Raiders ahead of him.
All right.
And, yeah, I mean, Woodson. I see a bunch of people saying as well. Yeah, I mean, it's that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And T, like I said, I will make sure that you go into the comment section so I can get you in as a moderator for sure. Yeah, but I definitely appreciate you coming on as well. Like I said, I need my friends right now, and
hey, you got my number, so you can always text or call. So
yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
You got both my numbers, so
Yeah,
but no,
how
you
many
know
numbers
what?
do you have?
I got a phone and I got a cell phone.
yeah.
I totally forgot about home-based phones.
No, it's
I'm
not.
not gonna lie. I don't even think about home-based phones anymore nowadays.
It's not a home-based
Hi,
phone.
Sarah.
It's a computer dialer.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, all right.
I'm mobile, completely.
See, ONT6. Thank you for that. He definitely wants to have a drink. I'd like to. I mean, trust me. Tonight, if I didn't have to work tomorrow, I would not be going to work. I would be
Sipping on some Grand Marnier.
I would probably do the whole bottle. And I want to say thanks to Sarah for coming in here. It's always good to see Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. And we got Vicky in here. We got Sarah. We did have Kelly Farley in here, so we got some ladies in here as well.
Got some lady Raiderettes.
That's right. That's right. I'm gonna let you gentlemen two gentlemen go. I'm gonna bring in Cool Kev with.
I'm gonna get out of here. I just wanted to pop in and say.
Right, I'm going to go back in the chat and I'm gonna post something on chat so you can put that.
I'm gonna go back and watch on chat because I gotta go walk the dog soon.
I appreciate that there, Sinister. We like your haircut. And Terry, thank you for coming in as well, sir. I definitely appreciate it.
I told you I will eventually. Right now I've been trying to get over the COVID thing, so
I'm just trying to stay out of trouble lately.
I hear you. I hear you. And thanks again for coming in. Appreciate it, Sinister, and thanks again there, T, as well.
Have a good evening, gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Good night, guy.
Thanks again, guys. We're going to bring Cool Kevin here in a minute, too.
My brother, Cool Kev.
Yeah.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, Kev. How you doing there, sir?
All right, Captain. How you feeling?
I'm doing a show, man. I'm doing a show.
Well, turn the light on for you. You got to be happy. I turned some light on for you.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You don't try to cheer you up a little bit.
Protection program anymore.
You know what? That does make me put a smile on my face. That I don't have to pity you for being in the shadows. We can't see you. So yeah, that is awesome, and I appreciate that as well. So
Cool Kev left the witness protection program.
That's right.
We're gonna ask you the same questions that we've been asked, and we're asking you as well. And remember, at the end of the show, I know you're doing it in the chat. I appreciate it, but I also want you to put in the comments section after the show. This way, we get more folks
interaction
about the show, more interaction. Who you would like to, if you were to do a dinner, and I love these questions; these are great. Yeah. Who you would love to have to do dinner with, Raider great, past, alive or dead, who you'd like to have dinner with. And you could put Al Davis or you could put John Madden, but I think those are the ones that everybody's. So if you can do somebody besides those two, it'd be easier. Okay. And
I'm going to go with it.
Yeah, if you want to do something else, that's fine as well. But also, which current Raider do you foresee as the next great breakout Raider that people are going to say Raider legend? Doesn't necessarily have to be a Hall of Fame type. Could be. If Max Crosby continues his upward climb, it's possible. But who do you see as the next great Raider? OG said Max. I said Miller on the offensive line. People have said Hunter Renfrow, which we would think. So make sure you put that as in the comment section after the show. What those questions for you there, Kev? Who would you like to do dinner with, and who do you see as the next great Raider coming out?
Let me start with a great Raider. I mean, they're so up in the air. I will just go with Renfrow just to be safe. I mean, we don't know what his roster is going to look like come September. And most of the guys are it's going to probably be Max, Renfro, and Miller. Those three. You know,
Look at the
it's not going to
comment.
be. It's not going to be anybody. I don't know
Even,
I don't know what's going to be. You know, you can't tell. It's going to
yeah,
be weird.
even Vicky noticed.
Oh my God, cool Kevin has lights on.
Oh, Vicky.
Even Vicky noticed that. Yeah. Well, you like to save electricity by coming on our show, so you said I'm not going to do the extra part worth of electricity. So I kind of goaded him into it, and I appreciate the fact that he did. But no, so you got Renfro, but who would you, if you had a chance to do dinner with?
Oh, I'm going to go with a guy named George Run Run Jones.
Run.
Oh wow,
Oh yeah,
Run.
That's a
sideline legend.
yeah,
that,
yeah.
That would be cool too.
That's Al's right hand man.
Run, yeah. When he passed away, that hurt. But I was like, you always saw him out there in the old days.
Yeah. So that's my pick. That's my sleeper pick.
Dude, you just won the internet.
Yeah, you won, because again, that, I mean, the stories that he could tell, why Brett,
about
why
coaches and players,
about everybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I like, and I was going to say, Alec Ingold could be that guy. I agree with Squid, and and you're getting a great answer, Terrence, from Terrence as well, from all of us. That would Run Jones.
Yeah.
Run. Wow.
That's it.
Because
Now, is there a particular? I mean, obviously, great answer, but
he was
why?
there forever.
because I used to see him all the time in the papers, and then I used to see him, you know, just being there, and I just never kind of figured out who he was. He was just like you know, like a mystical figure. You know,
Yeah, he was the
you know,
most famous.
yeah,
What was it? He was a equipment manager or water boy.
a little bit of everything. He's like a little bit of everything.
He used to bring drinks out to the players. He'd run for towels. He'd run for everything. They called him Run. He was this old man who could move.
Yeah, that's who he said. Buddha is Run Jones. Look him up. Run Jones was with the organization for so long that he was a confidant to Al Davis.
Yep.
And you know, he just did everything. That's why I call him. And again,
Terrence commented.
I had to exclude John Kingdon out of it, because I've had a dinner with John Kingdon a couple of different times. So, you know, it was
commented.
Yeah. So yeah, but I like that. I like that. Remember, folks, if you want to be on the show tonight,
that's a great one.
I'm asking for your help, because I got to do 2 hours, and I want to have my friends on with me, because I know I got to do this. I'm not sure about doing tomorrow. But I'm obligated to do this show, and I wanted to be in. Something happened right before right before I came on for the show, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I'm not going to talk about it here, but it's something that it affects you. That's why I would never blow off a show deliberately.
All right. Well, Captain Terrence commented, first of all, a few times in there now.
Yeah.
So you can moderate him. 2, if you don't do a show, I'm going to do one, but it's going to be censored because we're going to be on Nickelodeon. Just kidding.
You can you can take my time slot.
Hey, if you're not up for it, bro, you know, if you are up for it, I'll be on there. If you're not up for it, I'll jump in.
It's I'll see.
Special guest, Cool Kev.
Yeah. But no, those are great answers. Again, if you want to be into the show, I'd like to see if Sarah wants to come. We'd love to have Sarah on the show. We love to have Vicky come in the show. You know, Sultan. Good to see Sultan. Mark Davis, future Raider, great. Oh, so Mark Davis is who he wants to have dinner with. Okay, But
I'm
that's
gonna change my dinner one to Cool Cavs. I would want to have dinner with Run.
okay. Mark Davis is only going to either take you to Hooters or PF Chang's. So
Yeah. And then you got to try not to look at that hairline.
Yeah.
As long as he's paying for the food, right?
You probably would. He'd probably split the bill with you too. But yeah, if you want to come into the show, that's it. Squid also said Tom Flores would be one. Yeah, I did have the chance to when we did the signings in Canton. I have a couple Tom Flores signed things. You know, I didn't get a chance to eat with him, but I have had a chance to talk with him a couple different times, and he's such a nice, genuinely nice person.
Sarah Phillips, you do exist. You're not a bot.
Yeah, no. Sarah's real, and we appreciate the fact that she's here. And
I appreciate everybody in this chat, man. Like
I do. I said I would.
Great people in here.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody being in here,
except for Cool Cap, but you know
that's right.
That's my bro right there.
Yeah. Did we put that in? Oh, I thought it was. I was okay. No, we got it in there. Okay, good. Yeah, we can. Somebody, another moderator, put the thank you moderators for catching comments. Thank because I'm not as quick on them as I try to be.
If you're at Hooters, you won't be looking at the hairline. Nice. Todd Wise.
That's true. I definitely need to have some. That's what I'm looking for. I need to have something take my mind off of things. That would be a good.
I get by with a little help from my friend.
Arnold Palmer.
Love Joe Cocker. Love really? Joe Cocker, man. I mean, and you know, it's like my favorite Joe.
The Beatles, but Joe Cocker did a remake, which is
right.
Good.
But I love. What's the song? It's I got to look it up, and I it's my favorite Joe Cocker song. And by the way, if nobody told you, and maybe you guys can figure it out. Here it is, "Feeling All Right."
Oh yeah, I sing that one too.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's one. What is Tupac Shakur's greatest song? What is the one everybody knows?
All Eyes on Me.
California Love.
No, it's not Dear Mama.
You ever listen? Come on, everybody heard California Love. It was overplayed on the radio by Tupac. If you go back and listen to Joe Cocker's Woman to Woman, you'll know where he got the music from. Tupac Shakur used Joe Cocker's music from the song Woman to Woman, which he did back in the 70s. And if you go back and listen to the song Woman to Woman by Joe Cocker, you're like, oh, damn. Tupac got his music from that music from California Love.
Okay. I'll have to check that out.
Oh, yeah. I'm a big Joe Cocker fan, bro.
Yeah, like I said, I every time when Joe Cocker's Feeling All Right comes on. Sorry.
Oh man, that's all right. I sing that song when I go to karaoke. I sing all the Joe Cocker stuff because I'm in that's my vocal range. It's called Gargled with fucking Drano. Oh, sorry, Gargled with Drano that morning.
Gargle with Drano, that's right. Now I'm feeling good by myself.
It's all right, man. It's gonna
hang in there, Cap. Hang in there, Cap.
Captain, like all things, it will change.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting out for some events.
I'm actually thinking of one myself. I might. There's a chance. Doc's got me all fired up. He said he'll get me to the draft, but I'm started working out. I'm getting ready for that that flag football game, and I'm gonna smoke his boots. Just saying, Doc, you're in the chat. You got me motivated.
Oh
I'm gonna go out
boy.
there. No,
I'll be there.
I started getting myself into shape, and I needed to anyway. But this got me motivated. It got me fired up. I'm ready to go out there and smoke some of these young guys' boots. Oh, playing, bro. I am deadly
I want to
serious.
see you make it past a water cooler.
I get
Don't worry about that.
1 second, guys.
No, man. They're talking. I'm not talking, Terrence. I ain't talking smack, bro. I started exercising. Started doing all my back stretches, exercising. Started eating right. Tonight I had broiled salmon and fresh vegetables. I'm eating healthy again. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get, because I got speed. I blew out both of my quads 20 years ago, and I got fast because of it. I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going to be repping the old school guys, and I'm going to smoke some of these young guys, and it's going to be on. They're going to be filming it. They're going to be like, "Oh, there's OG." Okay, boom, OG just blew past this guy who's 20, 30 years younger than him. Good night. And I'm going to say it right now. No, I already got an exercise to get myself ready. I run 50 yards full speed, and then I stop and cough up all the lungs, and then they're clear, and then I can go, and I can keep going after that. Terrence said he's doing steroids before the game. Good job, Terrence.
That's
You're gonna be
right.
out there with me. All right,
HGH.
but I'm motivated. I'm fired up. I want to hurt some feelings.
Thanks there, ONT6. I appreciate it. It's why I'm here, man. I gotta do the things that are my responsibilities, and it's my responsibility to be on for Roku and doing a show with all of y'all. I wasn't gonna punk out for all y'all. So it's definitely something that I looking forward to, and
Gavin, you ain't no punk, and you got a team behind you that's going to carry whoever gets injured. And you know how this works, man. We were both in. Okay, we're going to keep going. We're going to move. We're going to accomplish the mission. You've already knocked out half of it. Okay,
yeah.
all right. We are. I am with you. I am with you. I'm with you. And I'm going to help you any way I can, brother. And we're going to hold it down.
Okay, appreciate that. And I'm gonna go back to putting in those questions. Like I said, if you would have a 1 second, folks. I gotta do this again. 1 second. If you had a chance to do a dinner with a Raider of the past, who would it be? And then also the second question is who do you see as the next breakout Raider player? And you can go on talking about that as well. As much as I love Docs, I'm on your guys' channel more because you guys are the soul. We appreciate that there, Jeff.
But Captain, I could see you having dinner with Amy Trask.
Hey, Jack Kenna. You know what? They can do what they want. I'm going to old age and treachery, brother. You know what it is.
Yeah, but like I said, I'd love to do, like I said, have dinner with Kenny, and but that's if you want to, like I said, if you want to be in the show with OG, and we got Kevin here. I'm gonna put the link up again, so we can have you guys on.
Is Amy Trask still hot?
I'm sure she's not
hot enough for dinner, right?
Oh, somebody's calling. I don't have my phone up. Hang on. Whoever's calling, let me put my phone link up because they were calling my phone. I believe it's probably Jared because Jared is the one that uses the phone link a lot. Hang on a second.
Tell him not to swear.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me get this up. I still got the spinning circle of death. And again, I will make sure that every time I can, I will try to take one of those hats from over there and wear it here so you guys can see the all the hats that we had for on my hat rack. I said there's 300 of them at least.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have one Raiders hat, bro. But that's because, like I said, I'm trying to take care of some stuff. I got a dream I got to live, bro. I'd love to have some more Raiders hats, but every time I do, I think I'm going to need another winch. I'm going to probably need another. I like to make sure I get enough sails, standing rigging, running rigging, like everything I need for that boat, man. That's all I'm living for, man. Is for me to be able to take my wife and just go and let the wind and the tides dictate our lives.
It's nice being out there. I've done plenty of deployments where you get lost in going outside. Oh, it's Billy from Richmond. Okay, we'll get Billy on here as well.
Watch
Hang
your
on.
language, Billy.
Okay, there we go. Hey,
Call from RDR Billy, Richmond, Virginia. To accept.
hey, Billy, how you doing there, sir? We're on the phone. Remember, we're on Roku, so we got to watch our language there, Ponner. But thank you for calling in. How are you doing this evening, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm doing pretty good, man. Just little guys, y'all.
Go. Say that again, Billy. You squawked out. Billy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. It was a bad connection. So you're not going to work tomorrow. That's cool. Billy, we got to ask you as well. We've asked all of our guests here tonight their thoughts. If you were to have dinner with a Raider great, past or present, who would it be? And we said you can't say John Madden or Al Davis because those are the ones that are the obvious ones. But who would it be, the Raider great that you could have dinner with, past or present, alive or dead? That's your first question. And then the second question is, who do you think on the present Raider roster would is going to be the next Raider great?
Oh, the first question is very easily because that's Kenny the Snake Stabler.
That was mine. Okay, so we're thinking along the same lines.
Because I read the book when I was like 11 years old. I mean, I followed the snake like even through the Houston Oil days and even the same days. That's my guy right there. I mean, can you imagine sitting there next to the jukebox with the songs playing, reading your playbook? Can you imagine going to the game with a little bit of hangover, throw 3 interceptions and say, "Don't worry, I got it, guys. I'm going to win the game." And winning the game, Kenny Stabler made the 2-minute drill fashionable way before Elway did. And it's just something about Kenny. I mean, I felt him, man. As country as he was, man, the way he was, that was Raider. Now, as far as somebody on our roster, you still got me?
Yeah. The current Raider that you think is going to be the next Raider great doesn't necessarily need to be a Hall of Famer, but the next guy that everybody can say, man, that was the guy.
That's a huge stretch here.
I got you.
I'll be honest with you. Now, as far as on the roster right now, there is a lot of good upside to Mr. Mad Max, okay?
Yep.
And Colton Miller. So I guess those two guys, the one that kind of hurts my heart a little bit is I think that Josh Jacobs can just get it together a little bit, not try to run over everybody, you know? I think he's got a little bit of that quality to him. Waller does. So, as I go through all this, Waller.
Okay. And
he's our best player.
Yes, he is. And granted, we missed him. We missed him down the stretch where, I mean, it was funny. It was amazing because the games that we missed him, we won the last 4 games of the season. And then when he did come back in the playoff game, he hadn't really had, but I mean, it was bad that we missed him during the games that we won, but you can see that he was not a big part of the offense in that. And like I said, the very last play from scrimmage where you see Carr throwing it to Zay Jones at the 2-yard line, and then you see in that frame, the ball is released and Waller has released from the guy he was blocking on. If Carr, we don't know, but it's like if Carr would have waited that extra second or so, it could have been, the touchdown to Waller, because it looked like he would have walked in for a touchdown. So yeah, that's something that we won't ever know.
Yeah, you're right, Captain Jack. Kind of confused me too. I think one of the things that happened during that stretch that we were coming down is that we finally were able to play some defense. It wasn't like it was a top defense, but when they needed a stop, they made a stop. There was a whole lot of situational stuff right there with the old defensive coordinator, and I hope the new defensive coordinator does it some, is that mixing the defenses up. Because you know as well as I do, Captain Jack, we've been watching too much 4-3, 4-3, 4-3 bump and run. And it's just cheap, be creative. But I still think that Waller has a bigger upside than a lot of these guys. I mean, health is always an issue with everybody in the NFL. But when you look at Waller, that's a special, special player.
Yeah, I think it is as well. And hopefully, now he's still under contract because we did re-sign. I'm not sure. I'd have to actually check to see.
Yes, we did.
I'd have to see if if he's on, like, I don't think this is his last year.
Don't make me go Peggy Holmes here. Oh no, we re-signed him. He's still 2 years left on his contract.
Okay, yeah, 2 years.
Nowhere Waller's going.
Right. And I knew we had him. It's just that I wasn't sure whether it was I thought it was at least 2 years. So this year and next year we have him. But the question will be, because we have to re-sign, if we got to re-sign.
Casey Hayward.
Well, I'm talking about that. And what's your take on, if we are going to re-sign Carr, how many years would you do an extension for? That's my question to you.
It's just the bottom line with Carr is, first off, all right, before we go down this road right here, let me explain to you something here that you probably already know. The cap number is going to go up.
Right.
Okay, exponentially, because COVID's over right now, and it's already like the biggest gorilla in the world of making money, right? So the cap will go up. And there's also ways to do this, and I'm just hoping that the Patriot people who came here, Mr. Zila and the rest of them, know this. He's going to have to be paid market value. It is up to Carr for that. Now, as far as the money goes after that point, then it's imperative right now for us to pick up. I'm telling you, I told you the other night, I was trying to talk to you and my phone cut out, but Casey Hayward, got to get that done. Got to get Quentin Jefferson. Got to get some of these DTs back. All right, we got to do that. We can't just go to the draft and go free agency. DTs don't grow on trees. And so we've got to have that done. Perryman needs a raise. As far as the other roster and the numbers, as far as the salary cap, I really don't see a whole lot of problems here. Now, I want to give you a question here. There's 2 questions I got for you.
Okay.
If you got time for me.
Yeah, no,
I got one question for you.
I'll do that.
Okay. Now, we all know that the number 1 wide receiver in the world wants to play for us. But
So
I don't know
allegedly,
if it's worth $30 million a year.
right? And I'll say allegedly he wants to play, and it wasn't not to play for us. He wants to play with Derek Carr. And honestly, I don't know if and honestly, I don't want to I don't want to be spending a whole bunch of bank on a receiver when a receiver of that caliber is not necessarily the biggest need in that offense with McDaniel. I mean, I really don't. I don't want to spend a bunch of bank on. And again, Devontae Adams would be a great get, but I don't think that he's worth all of that money that he would be asking for. And again, and I was going to say, and Raider Squid kind of said it as well, is that he's Casey Hayward is a Bradley guy. But I think that he's going to follow Bradley to Indianapolis. I really think that that's going to happen as well. In fact, a lot of the guys that were here on 1-year contracts to play for Bradley, I think that if they want to, they will go with him as well.
Well, that's also going to open up more of. I don't want to draft a corner. I really do not. Basically, and I don't want to draft a wide receiver. History has told us drafting corners and wide receivers, unless they're completely elite and you're in the top 10, and even when you're in the top 10, it's just a general crapshoot. What do you think about that defensive tackle from Georgia?
I think
the whole house lost every defensive tackle. Do we have a defensive tackle now? Who is it?
It's Jordan Davis, and he's the defensive tackle from
Jordan
Georgia.
Davis. There we go.
But I think, honestly, if we wait around, literally wait around, I think Wyatt, who is also a defensive tackle from Georgia, will be available in the second round. And I think that overall, he would be a better defensive tackle for us because he gives you a pass rushing threat and a run stuffer, where Jordan Davis is primarily just going to be a run stuffer. And yes, we do need that. But the thing about Jordan Davis is he is so huge.
Yeah.
It's like he's Turdell Sands huge. And I think that unless he gets a good dose of calisthenics in him, he's gonna be a 1 to 2 down guy. And I want somebody, if he's gonna be on the field, I want to see him first, second, third down.
So Captain Jack, what you're trying to say to me is that we need to get a positional player at the wide receiver position off the get-go to help Carr.
Yeah.
Hey, Cap.
That's where you're at.
Yeah, I think that we can get a bunch of different wide receivers that will help Carr out, and we don't need to break the bank on him. And even Jack Hennis said Scout agreed with me that Wyatt is a better defensive tackle, and I think he's going to be available.
Hey, Cap.
Yeah.
Jared put a comment in. I don't know if you want to check it out. It's like 4 above where you're at.
Yeah, about calling in. Yeah, hey, Billy, I'm going to let you go so I can have Jared call in as well.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, guys, man. Hey, Raiders! That's us, brother.
You got it. Hey,
later.
Thanks again, Billy. Appreciate you being here, brother. That's Billy from Richmond. Good to see him. Jared, line is open, so yes, go in and call in. We got about another 40 minutes or 35 minutes for this show. Remember in the comments section, and I appreciate everybody being here. We're talking Raiders, we're talking sports. We got our call from Jared coming in, which is good.
Call from Pittsburgh, Jared.
Language.
Yeah, Jared, remember we're on Roku tonight. And I know you don't swear a lot, so it should be okay. Jared, what do you got for us tonight for your Pittsburgh report?
Well, apparently, however, we got my boys got thumped tonight, and they got embarrassed by the Devils. The Devils pitchforked my boys 6-1. It wasn't pretty; it was pretty ugly. So they've been in a funk lately. But I did hear, however, some news, however, that I do talk about a lot, however, and that is golf. And apparently now they're saying Augusta National is adding 35 yards to the layout for the Masters, apparently, coming up this year, which means now it'll play over 7,500 yards, believe it. They've moved the, I guess, the par 4 11th hole tee has been moved back 15 yards into the left, making it play at 520. in which they say, I'm reading this right now, the fairway has been recontoured and several trees have been removed on the right side. And also the par 5 15th hole has the new tee 20 yards back with the fairway also reshaped. So it's going to be a little more challenging for the golfers. But talk about golf, though. I mean, you had this whole headache with what's happened this week with Phil and DJ and McIlroy and the whole Saudi thing. However, it is a big, big headache, and I don't know why they had to make it such a big issue. It's something that the PGA did not need to be really in the spotlight on. However, so I think it was actually rather embarrassing to say the least.
Okay, well, I appreciate that as well. And again, you said you had another issue as well.
Well, that was that like I said, yeah. The other issue I want to discuss. I mean, you guys were talking baseball earlier. Right now, at this point, all I can say about baseball is right now. I mean, they are not going to get anything done between now and Monday. The way it's going right now, I would not be surprised if we're going to be probably playing baseball in May at this point, because there's no way at this point they're going to start the season on time at the end of March going into April and even throughout April unless they get something done. But I, for one, I'm just saying, I mean, if they were really smart, and this is just me being stupid, but I'm going to say the same kind of thing, they're smart too. They should just think about maybe just saying, you know what, I know it's a big hassle, but just shut down baseball for a year. You know, I mean, it's too much of a hassle. I mean, the games are too long, the season's too long. They could do baseball without for a year or so, and maybe try to come to some type of agreement. But of course, they won't do that because they're not that late. But if they were smart, they should just say to baseball, sit it out a year. You know, I mean, people are not impressed with the ratings anymore. The ratings continue to be huge with every year, and then there's not many big, exciting games. It's not like the national pastime. It's not a popular sport anymore. Not many people like the game anymore. Some people do, some people don't. But again, they should just cut back on a lot of things in baseball.
Yeah, I got it. And I agree that it might do something. It's either gonna super help or super hurt the sport. You know, it's going to be a make or break thing. But honestly, I think that not having baseball for a year, how many people are actually really going to miss it? Only the very diehard baseball fans are going to miss it, and that's unfortunately few and far between in this generation of sports fans.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. But as they say, time will tell.
Yeah. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming on there, Jared, for the Pittsburgh Report. It's always a pleasure having you come in there, partner, and being a part of the show.
No problem, guys. I'll talk guys.
All right. That was Jared, who loves to come in and be a part of the show. And again, I need to I thank you. Make sure you hit up. We got Dirty Low, who is in here. That is his YouTube channel. And we support all the people. We had Sultan Mira in here earlier. We actually had Docs in here earlier. And there are other people that can moderate and that are positive forces for Raider Nation. Dirty Low, thank you and Chronicles, put your stuff up. Dirty Low, I actually was my last guest on, I think on Tuesday. We closed the show out, and I appreciate him. It was good to see. Now Castor says he's being facetious. I'll cry if I miss an MLB season. And Sarah, we all love the and Ed Winchell says here's some tissue. I got some right here, but that's because I was prepared for the show. But yeah, and Sarah says, love the creators. Thank you there, Sarah. And we appreciate all the people that are here that do things for the nation. And like I said, I certainly appreciate everybody that's come in tonight to help me do this show, because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do for 2 hours, and I'm required to. And that would be a bitch doing a show without having a lot of content, and I don't want to make sure I do that. And
Hey,
so
Terrence is still putting in the chat, trying to get you to make him a moderator. And Vicky, yeah, I just IM'd you on Facebook. What you requested, and yeah, my name is not OG on my profile. It's my friends and family.
Oh, okay. So Casper actually would miss out on a baseball. Casper, who is your favorite baseball team? Is it the A's or am I? Because there are people here that actually have different baseball teams than the Oakland crowd. So I appreciate that.
Oh, he's already a mod. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and Vicky is, Terrence is, Sarah is. Oh, the Athletics. Here's something I want to ask for
They're
Casper.
moving to Vegas, aren't they?
Well, that's the other thing is that, um, and it was see, yes, Sarah's a Dodgers fan, so there you go, and Terrence is a Yankees fan, so there you go.
I grew up a Dodgers fan because my father was a Brooklyn Dodgers fan, and he stayed with the team, and he loved the Dodgers. He loved Roberto Clemente, though. That was like it's a Puerto Rican thing, man. And if
Right.
you don't play baseball or if you don't box, your father will kill you. That's a Puerto Rican thing. And I'm Puerto Rican, but I was obligated, so I got into Golden Gloves and I got into baseball. I played baseball as a kid, and got pretty good at it. But I used to go to Dodgers games out of Chavez Ravine, and oh my God, it was fun because I got to hang out with there was a celebrity neighbor of mine who he couldn't drive because he was legally blind, and the other neighbor lost his license because he was 92 and legally blind. And I would drive his big old Cadillac to the Dodgers games, me and Larry and Don, and we'd go out there and get those Dodger Red Hot. Those Red Hots. Every other one was a disappointment, and other one was spicy and nice. And it was cool, but I just can't watch it on TV. It's boring on TV. It's a good way to go take it. If you want to take a nap, put on a baseball game, lay on your couch, and you'll get that sleep.
Yeah, Jack Kenna says that Sarah's because she's a no. Sarah's never banned Jack because she's Sarah. She's awesome. Okay, so and I'll tell you this as well is, and I think I've said this before on my show several times is that my great uncle Herman left Brooklyn when the Dodgers left Brooklyn because he was the team trainer for the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Mm.
And when the Dodgers left Brooklyn for L.A., he basically said, looked at his wife and said, "See ya, I'm out of here," and left his wife and kids for the Dodgers in L.A. because he was more of a Dodgers fan than a better husband, or sorry, a better trainer than a husband. Not that I
Wow.
would condone such things, but yeah, his name was Herman Levy. And the reason why I found out about this was because I was going through an old so remember when sport was it the Sporting News was actually a newspaper type of thing.
Yeah.
Go through the Sporting News, and I was going through that, like the very last page or so would be the obituaries, and I used to read the obituaries just for people that had died. And I saw oh, Herman Levy, and I went and I said, "Hey mom, look, there's a guy named Herman Levy that died, and he was with the Dodgers and the Padres." And she goes, "Yeah, that's your great uncle Herman." And I was then she told me about the story about Herman Levy, and yeah, so he went with the Dodgers to L.A. And then he went down from LA and he was the trainer for the Padres for years, and then he died I think about the mid 70s, like 77 or so. And that's where I remember then I saw this newspaper article. So yeah, that's why I have no problem with the Dodgers. I'll be honest, Jack. I don't like the Giants because every time I think of the Giants, or when when they took my Phillies out of several playoff games, it was always the Giants that beat them, and it was the years that the Giants won their World Series. Kevin, what do you have a baseball team? Kevin, I want to make sure we get your input in on this as well.
No, no baseball for me. I just watch. I'm not a baseball person. I just
Okay.
played fantasy baseball.
I used to play baseball. It was great, but I lost interest after a while because I didn't like. If I couldn't go to the game, I was going to watch it on TV, or I'd just be falling asleep.
It's a tough sport to watch, man. It's tough.
Huh?
It's tough to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basketball, same thing. It's like slow motion tennis.
Hockey is where the action is at.
Hockey is fun, but I mean, I just you know what? The only time I watch hockey is like the Olympics. The Olympics, I'll watch hockey. Okay, but otherwise, it's like, no, I'm not gonna do this all the time. You know, it's not high scoring enough. And with basketball is slow motion tennis with too much scoring. If you ever watch tennis, it's like basketball is like
Yeah, not a big fan of that. And
I can't get into those sports. I love football and I love rugby. I love Australian rules football. I love rugby. Man,
hey,
that is fun.
Casper, you will see me wearing my they are the actually, and I love them because the Phillies actually wear them a lot as like the alternate uniforms when they are the 70s style powder blues, and I got a bunch of them because that is my favorite Phillies uniform. You know, back then they would have, you know, the big P here, and their home uniforms were the white pinstripes with the red, you know, red pinstripes on the whites. Those were the home uniforms. But I love the away uniforms, in fact, so much that I have more of them sitting in my closet than I do of anything else. And my favorite players, in fact, you'll see it when I start putting up right now we got a hockey jersey behind me, but eventually you'll see my baseball jerseys will be like Pete Rose, Phillies jersey, and my Larry Boa Phillies jersey are the powder blues, and I will wear them on the show as well. And but I love that's my favorite Phillies uniform. I can't wait to show it off. So we will do that. The Kelly Greens, yeah, I like the Kelly Greens from the Athletics. So yeah, I definitely good ones there. Todd, I've never played slosh ball. Again, if you want to be on the show, please come in. Holding it down here. There is the link. We got about another 25 minutes or so to do, and I appreciate everybody being here for doing the show, and I thank all of my cohorts in crime here. It's definitely helped me get through this 2 hours. We're talking sports, we're talking Raiders, we're talking pretty much anything we want to talk about. Hell, we were talking about with sound effects. With sound effects, Daniel was giving us the sound effects for tennis, going back and forth, then back and forth, then back and forth.
I went to Miami one time and watched a highlight match, and I still haven't figured out to this day what are they doing? Like, how does it work?
Highlight is definitively it's Cuban, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Yeah,
it's a Cuban sport.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like I think it's kind of like a cross between racquetball and then catching it and throwing it off and so I don't really know. All I know is it was very crooked and people would bet on it a lot.
Yeah, it was like a lacrosse stick with a big hook instead of a net and handball or something. I couldn't figure out what they were trying to do.
Yeah, it's like I like beer with beer. Oh, it's like baseball with a beer. Hey, I'm gonna bring in my God, no, I'm sorry, I stutter a lot. I'm gonna bring in the what do you call it? The cleric, the team, the show, the modern the man of the cloth for the show.
The clergyman,
the man of the cloth, the chaplain,
the bishop, the chaplain.
We're going to bring on the chaplain of the show. I got the Bishop AJ coming in. AJ, you ready, sir? I see something, but I also see a background. So you let me know. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready, sir.
Bishop to Rook 4. Boom.
Okay, we got Bishop AJ coming in as well.
I'm painting tonight. You know, getting it done.
What is that?
Painting my house, man.
Oh my.
I'm a bad mother with a paintbrush. Better ask mama.
Okay, Michelangelo, you show us all about it.
Well, I'll tell you something real quick. Most people have a problem painting. I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be about it. You know, when you go to paint and you gotta corner wall and you think you can't get it done right, that's how you get it done.
Okay, now if you're a bishop, so build a scaffolding, get up on that ceiling, and do the Sistine Chapel. Just saying.
Yeah. I won't be visiting France anytime soon. I'm part French, so yeah, it's that thing. But it is a blessing to come on in here with you guys, and I am a diehard Raider, Laker, Dodger, New Jersey Devil, and a Golden Knight. So
yeah, I did, Carrots. I reported the bots. I didn't just get rid of them. I reported them.
yeah, it's called us Little Beard coming
say
in.
Ravens, Dodgers, Kings, and Lakers, and the only thing I didn't do was I college basketball and SC, but college basketball was always Syracuse. That's home.
Yeah, I can understand that New York thing. I lived in all 5 boroughs of New York, being from East Oakland. So,
no, I'm from upstate, up in the Finger Lakes. We Syracuse country.
Yeah, I know. Y'all don't visit the city. You don't come down there and get the real slice of pizza or nothing.
Oh no, I'll go to Brooklyn for that.
Actually, when I was in New York this past year for the game, and I didn't get a chance to eat the pizza until the very last day. I get out of my hotel room, and it's down the street from Rockefeller Center, because I know we passed Rockefeller Center, and so I go up a block or two, and I turn left, and there's a pizza place, and I said I gotta have a New York slice before I leave, so I gotta have a slice in New York. Now, granted, I have a slice from, and these two guys are Middle Eastern. I don't know what grade Middle Eastern, but I was bound and determined to get a slice of pizza in New York at the time. So I had my slice from New York, and I could say, hey, I definitely had my New York slice. And the one guy was really cool with me because it was obviously during COVID and whatnot. Is that he knew I was, well, of course I'm from out of town. I mean, everybody know. I mean, you listen to me talk for 5 seconds, you can tell I'm from out of town. But he gave me the Parmesan cheese and the pepper. He gave me the big things. He wouldn't give it to anybody else from in New York, because of the COVID. But he gave them to me because he knew that I was a what do you call it, a out of town person,
Tourist.
tourist, and I was cool with him. So it was nice that I got a chance to sprinkle my own Parmesan cheese and red peppers on my pizza, and I took it. Granted, I think I would have liked the mushrooms to have been cooked a little bit more, but I wasn't gonna bitch because I had my New York slice.
Well, see, if you get a New York
you gotta go to
slice,
Brooklyn, though. You gotta go to Brooklyn.
you don't put nothing on it except pepperoni, and you just, if you're not a lover of grease, it's not for you.
It had plenty of grease on it.
Yeah, you ain't dripping red.
You gotta get the grease dripping down your arm.
Yeah, you ain't eating pizza. But you gotta go to the best pizzas. If you go to New York, the best pizza is in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
that's the real deal stuff.
Right. I used to wash car windows on the street of Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn over there, and then go up about 5 blocks and get a slice of pizza or whatever with another Puerto Rican kid that was up there helping me out. But then the LK showed me the way up there, and So yeah, it's been a way. But I want to say to Captain Jack, man, whatever it is, God's got it. Amen. And keep your faith. Do not let the devil steal your joy. As James chapter 1, you guys, everybody listening, no matter what you're going through, it's just a positive word from Bishop tonight. Keep smiling because God is with you through it all. He is never leaving you hanging. And again, read James chapter 1. No matter what goes on, count it all joy, because no matter what's coming your way, there's a reason for it. There is a reason for it. And God has a reason to bring you through the storm. And at the end of the storm
is a testimony
you can look back and smile and say, thank you, Jesus, because he is the only one that is going to deliver you from that thing. Amen.
And this test is only the future testimony. Okay.
I appreciate it, sir. Sorry. Wait
Now,
a second.
now, real quick, I do want to ask. I know we talk a lot of sports, but you know, are we itching for World War III, or we think this guy is just over his head?
We're escaping that here. We're escaping all that here.
Yeah.
We're going to forego that only because as you know what I do, Bishop, and also OG knows what I do. I get inundated with that with work, which is why I was actually looking forward to doing my shows and then having something for me after I left work, which is why I appreciate everybody coming on, and I appreciate all your positives. Sorry, I appreciate.
We come here to escape from the regular. We come here to escape from all that because that's the news and all that is just the devil's whisper, and I don't want to hear what he's got to say.
Right. Right.
We get away from that. We pray, and we get away from that, and we do this instead.
Amen. Amen.
I'm gonna bring in Dirty Low in as well because he's been sitting backstage patiently. And
There's one of my pendejos.
Hey, what's up, fellas? How you guys doing? How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah, and make sure you go over to we got. So we got Chronicles of the Black Hole. We got Dirty Low. Sultan Mir was in earlier. Obviously, Docs. A lot of people already on Docs' show, and Cool Kev is a YouTube whore who goes on to all the different shows, and we appreciate him being a whore in that respect.
Yeah, you don't have your feet up, brother. You don't have your feet up. Usually we see him in the background with his feet up.
Yeah, but Captain, you and Dirty Low have something in common.
What's
the only
that?
two guys to become the Tres Pendejo.
Yeah, I got blessed this week to become the third pendejo this week. So yeah,
Captain was the third pendejo a couple weeks ago.
And in pendejo style, I was sitting here waiting at 6:15, front of the camera, waiting.
You know what's funny?
It's
Joe and I turned fighting words into like, okay.
But I jumped on, you know what I mean, to obviously, just say hello to everybody. But I heard you guys were talking about pizza, and I had pizza tonight. Hands down, Fresno's Little Caesar is the best pizza I've ever tasted. Good night, everybody. Good night.
That's like trying to say Blondie's in Berkeley is the best.
I have had Blondies. I have had Blondies in Berkeley, but obviously I don't remember it that much because it was forgettable.
Yeah, that's West Coast pizza. That's not
California pizza is like New York Mexican food. Don't run.
Yeah, no, I'm just joking, man. I've never actually had the chance to have New York pizza.
Okay, well, if you ever go to New York, don't eat Mexican food, please.
Oh no. No, I'm good. I'm from California. I love the Mexican food here, and I'm okay with it.
Look,
I'm not going to Utah for some burritos.
In New York, point blank period. Don't touch it. All the other stuff. Oh, Chinese is good everywhere.
Oh,
just
not really.
No,
not really.
I agree with that. The best Chinese food is
it's in New York. It's in New York.
Whoa, wait a second. Let me explain. It's east of the Mississippi, predominantly in New York and Philadelphia, or in San Francisco and Los Angeles.
There's a place in Torrance, California that's my favorite in the world. Now, if you're going to eat Chinese food in Hong Kong, you're going to be sadly disappointed.
Oh yeah, it's horrible. It's like eating Italian food in Italy.
Yeah,
it's bland.
Yeah. Well, they don't put all that junk in it that we get out here in America.
I like my junk.
That's right,
bro.
exactly.
I like my junk.
The dangerous stuff. I think good for you, man.
James Moore, thanks
all right, James Moore.
Brother,
all right,
thanks.
brother, have a good one.
Thanks for being here, sir. I appreciate it. Remember, I appreciate everybody being here support for the show tonight.
Hey, real quick. I don't believe that tackle from Georgia is going to be around Captain Jack, for that long. That guy's too good to be hanging around. And I think a team like the LA Rams are going to want to put somebody in the middle to go with Donald and what's his name, because they're a little light in the middle. Teams are running them all day.
People are saying he ain't got no motor. Like he ain't no Max Crosby.
Is that I've seen where he's actually been picked by us. I've seen where he's been picked ahead of us. And I actually saw a mock where he didn't even make the first round because he dropped out of the first round because of his conditioning. So that's a big question. And again, I would rather have Wyatt. We're going to go defensive tackle. I would rather have Wyatt from Georgia because he's in better condition. He can both stop the run and rush.
Well, the question is, in Ngongwe, is he coming back with this new coordinator, or most of those guys only loyal to the former coordinator?
A lot of Bradley guys are gonna go.
1 year guys.
The 1 year guys are probably going to go with Bradley. The ones that were on 2 year deals, and Perryman's on this deal. Perryman will be with us this year. And remember, Perryman led the team in tackles and was a Pro Bowl performer. And Perryman will be there. And Ngakoue, I believe, was a 2 year deal, but it might be that if the Raiders don't want to pay him or whatnot, depends upon what the hit is. It all depends upon if he meshes well. I will say this: Ngakoue in the 3-4 that he did under Wink Martindale in Baltimore did not fare well. He's still, like I said, and Raider Squid said it as well. He's under contract this year, but he didn't play well in a 3-4 under Martindale when he was with the Ravens. Okay,
can I ask a question about that? That's something bugging me. Something making the hair stand up on the back of my neck. He was with the Ravens part of the season, and who else was he with part of that season? He had 4 sacks on the Ravens and 4 sacks with who the hell else he played with? I don't.
Wasn't it Jacksonville?
Vikings.
The Vikings. Thank you.
Okay.
4 sacks of the Vikings, 4 sacks of the Ravens. Played half in each. Why is he not good in the 3-4?
I don't think it was just. I just think the culture was bad for him.
I think he gets double teamed too much with his talent.
Here's what I don't get: why is he not good in the 3-4? If he did just as well in a 4-3 with another team half the season.
Yeah.
So the 3-4 bases off of the defensive tackle, what it all comes down to, because the defensive tackle takes 2 to 3 players possibly. They focus on that. So Yannick, even if you watch him a little bit this year, he moved good and he provided some pressure, but you know what I mean? It was like when he wanted to. So he's not actually, he has a speed and he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? There's no way I can do what he does, but yet he's no Max Crosby. You know what I mean?
He can't. Okay, he can't run stop. Okay, and that's his weakness.
And he overshoots.
But when it comes to sacks, I don't see where he loses a step in the 3-4 versus the 4-3. That's BS. Now, as far as run stopping, there's a problem.
And he overshoots.
Kuntz.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Yannick can't stop the run in the 3-4. He can't stop the run, period.
Period, yeah. And a lot of his pressures, if you watch him, he's overshooting the quarterback big time. They just push him out wherever he's at, whether on the left or the right, they just push him out and he's always overshooting. Most of the sacks he had to come back downfield to catch the quarterback and he would catch it from behind.
Right. And he's not going to catch a runner from behind like Max Crosby. Max Crosby caught a lot of guys from behind this year. He's showing his motor. We need a defensive tackle that's got a motor. I don't think Jordan Davis is it. I thought at the beginning I was screaming about Jordan Davis. And then I watched some film and went, no. You don't need him. We don't.
Yeah, I actually think that we will be re-signing Obviously it's what Graham wants, but if Graham likes some of the defensive tackles that we have that are free agents, we will be re-signing one or two. But I have a feeling that we're going to be doing a bunch of drafting, and but some of the free agents that Graham is familiar with, or maybe has tape on, or thinks that will be playing in that system, I think we will be picking them up. I think that it'll be like a 50-50 proposition. Some of the defensive tackles will be back from last year, and then we'll be going with new guys as well.
Okay,
You think that Vince Wilfork might be coming over from New England?
Sorry?
Is that Vince Wilfork that's over there in New England that was playing with the new coach, or?
Well, Vince Wilfork's been out of the league for a while.
Oh,
He's retired. Yeah.
Okay, so if you get Darius Philon back, right? His knee's healthy, he's ready to go. They're not going to put him at defensive tackle in the system. They're going to move him out to defensive end. In a 3-4, Darius Philon is going to be deadly.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like to where you may not even be looking at Max Crosby next year.
Well, I was going to say, if you re-sign Pylon, I think it would be as a good gesture for all of his hard work. And you're still going to probably put him on the IR until he's able to contribute. So he would be at the end of the season type of player that you'll be getting in the back end of the season, becoming in fresh, because I love his motor. I love his attitude. I love everything that he brings. But again, he is a Bradley guy. So
and I get that. But what I'm saying is his injury is there's two versions of that same injury. One is you're out. The other one is, you can recover. We don't know how bad the damage was. We don't know how his recoup is doing. We don't know any of that stuff. That's a problem. In the off season, they do not update us on that stuff. That's information we could use. I'm just saying is like our fullback,
Ingold.
Thank you. He'll be back at the beginning of the season. Philon, we don't know because they didn't tell us how bad it was. When you tear that ACL, there's two ways it could tear. It could be a slight tear or it could be a shred. And we don't know. They're not updating us like, he's in there, he's killing, he's freaking squatting 300 pounds. We don't know. Okay? Ingold will be back. Okay?
Yeah, he's rehabbing. I saw that video.
Right, but we don't know how Philon's going because nobody's updating any of us. Here's the thing. Content creators. You got the mainstream media sitting there, and they're copying a lot of us. If you don't think so, wait till you put something out there, and then a week or two later, you hear all these guys repeating you word for word.
Yep.
And then they get information we don't get. I'm telling you, I'm going to bring this up one last time. We need to create a network of content creators and just wipe out the mainstream media. We can do it. And then we get the inroads to what's going on. I'm going to make a drink.
Well, OG, before you go, I want to make sure we are up against a hard break, and I got to do my outro. And I want to say thank you to OG. I want to say thank you to Kevin. I want to say thank you to Dirty Low. I want to say thank you to my bishop, my rabbi, all that goes with it. And for being there again. I could not have done this show without y'all helping me out here and keeping my mind for the most part off of what's going on. But I will try to be here tomorrow. If you don't see me tomorrow on my uncensored show, you understand that I had to take a night off. But I will definitely be back on Sunday. I will. If you missed the show on Tuesday with the wenches, it'll be on Roku tomorrow night, 9:00, so you can watch that show on Roku TV. It is the Northeast Streaming Sports Network on Roku TV. I believe NSSP, and make sure you hit it out there as well. Again, I appreciate everybody being here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And thank you for helping me out tonight. I really needed your support, and I thank everybody here.
All right, you have a good one.
5 minutes left,
Okay.
Skipper.
Yeah, well, I got to do my outro though.
God bless you
Okay,
guys.
but here's the thing, bro.
It is.
You better call me. I want you to call me.
I will. I gotta make one call that's required, and then I gotta call Hollywood. I gotta call I'll call you as well, Bishop. It'll take me a while to get all these calls in. So please don't, I mean, I will do it. I gotta call Bishop, I gotta call Hollywood, I gotta call Daniel. And I do have to one call I got to do first because I got to figure out what that is first before I do anything else.
All right, well, call my computer. Don't call my cell, man. I've got limited minutes on that thing. I'm on a cheap broke deal.
Is that the one that says work?
Huh?
The one that goes work?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
It's my computer. I'm hooked up to it. I'm attached. As you can see, I got my leash on. But bro, hey,
I'm trying to grow it.
I said, gentlemen,
I'm walking it off tomorrow.
I appreciate all of y'all, and I thank all of the ladies, gents, mates, and wenches out there for watching the show. Thank you. You definitely are a positive force for me, and it's something that keeps me going. But sometimes life kicks you in the nuts,
bro.
So I will do
6.
All right, Sarah, thank you as well. Take care, folks. We will see you either tomorrow, and if you don't see me tomorrow, then we'll see you on Sunday. Gents, I will call you. Thanks again. I will be popping out for the outro. Thanks again, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Talk to you in a few.
All right. Take care, everybody. We'll see you.